You can be a good soul, yet have a bad heart. But you can never be a bad soul, an evil soul, and have a good heart. And oftentimes we give up on people, not because they are bad souls, not because they are evil souls, but simply because they have a bad heart. And now you're asking, how can a person be a good soul yet have a bad heart? Shouldn't the two go in tandem? Not always. Not always. And I'm going to use, it's an Islamic principle. It's called the diseases of the heart. In Islam, there's this principle called diseases of the heart, a philosophy called diseases of the heart, where they go into depth about how a human being is born and they come into this world with a pure heart. And through their human experience, they accumulate all these diseases of the heart, which include greed, envy, fear. That's also a disease of the heart. Hatred, disease of the heart. And the more diseases a heart has, the harder it becomes. And the harder that person becomes. Then on the outside, they may appear to be a bad person because they now have a bad heart. Yet their soul inside is that of a good person. Therefore, you don't give up on those people. You keep praying for them. You try to influence them as best as possible in order to help them heal some of those diseases of their heart over time and revert their heart back to its purest form. Easier said than done because it's a lifetime battle. All of us have diseases of the heart. But the more diseased the heart is, the more the person appears to be of ill intent. But their nature in themselves may be good. And on the other side, the people with the evil souls, the bad souls, there's nothing you can do to guide that person because they're evil. They find pleasure in seeing people suffering. They find pleasure in people's misfortune. So there's nothing you can do for those people, but you just have to stay away from them in a good way and pray for them, because you don't give up on them either. Still pray for them, hoping that maybe one day the Creator can change the nature of their hearts, change the nature of their souls, rather. And then in return, changing the nature of their hearts. But if you can feel, right, because human beings are deceptive, you can't really see, you have to feel. You have to see beyond the facade and see through the person. And you can see this person is evil, right? The way they move, everything they do, because even a person with a bad heart still has a conscience, because their soul is good. So even if they're doing something bad, that their heart can handle, because the heart is hard now. So they can handle it. They can do that bad thing for that moment. But the conscience still going to say, hey, this is not how we move. Or his soul's going to say, hey, this is not how we move. But a bad person with a bad soul, they don't feel anything. So you need to be observant and see how a person moves, and you can say, okay, that is an evil person. Doesn't have a bad heart and a good soul. They're just simply an evil person. Then you stay away from those people. And you wish them the best, and you send the best of thoughts their direction. And you leave them up to the Creator, our Maker. And then you focus on trying to guide, influence, and nurture and help heal the good people with hardened hearts in this world. It was not like it was their nature. All of us suffer in this place. All of us go through difficulties, hardship, trials, and depending on how a person handles those trials, it affects the nature of their hearts. There's a lot of people that have been given up on, or they label them names. He's bad, she's this. But it's just a good soul, a lost soul. The heart has become hardened because it's disconnected from the source. It's disconnected from the Most High. So it's become hardened. It's filled with all these diseases, no longer getting this nutrition from the source. So our job with those people is to try quote unquote, unplug them. Plug them back into the source rather. So they can heal their hearts and they can become good again. And then they can do good again. However, the evil ones, we just need to stay away from them in a good way. So pay attention and see through the facade. And then send your energy, most of your energy, to those lost souls whose hearts have hardened.